folks, today we're starting in my garage because we're doing a day in the life of living with, owning a 2025 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Now, let's go ahead and start with the garage test since we are out here. Excuse the noise, I clearly live next to a construction war zone. But folks, this is a massive, massive truck, okay? So this is the clearance I have in the rear, and I always have to get it right flush so I can make sure the garage door closes safely. Now, in between the two cars, this is my baby, my Type S here. Make sure you check that video out. Pretty decent clearance to walk through. So I can walk through no problems. Ooh, watch the mirror, but we're here. And as we take a look at the front of the vehicle, this is how much clearance space that you have when I have it all the way in. So this line here obviously is where the door closes. So you kind of have a good idea of how much space you need. So this will let you know if it'll fit in your garage. My garage is pretty deep, but I know there are some that are a lot larger. But if your garage is smaller than what you see here, good luck, park it outside. But this is a TRD Pro version. It is the short bed. If you have the long bed, it absolutely would not fit. But just to show you guys what we have here, that's going to be the bed here. You do have a bed liner already in there. Lights back here as well. Cameras up there, which we'll talk about in the drive. And I'm just going to go ahead and hop in. Now, this is a pretty tall truck. It's about 1.5 inches or so taller than your standard Tundra. So it can be a bit of a climb to get in. When I put my leg up, I mean, you're right at 90 degrees. You do have some great grab handles, so you just kind of hoist yourself on in, and you're in that thing. Now, foot on the brake, get push button start, of course, TRD, red button there. Just push it, and that's your startup sequence that you get. Now, this is a hybrid, so sometimes it will not make a noise at all, but it will say ready right there. And when you see that ready, it lets you know that the car is ready to drive. So all nice features in here, heated as well as cooled seats, tons of storage space everywhere in this vehicle. This is the camera I was talking about in the rear. It's facing a white wall, obviously, but if you cut that off, you can see your normal camera. I usually keep it there because it looks really cool. Panoramic sunroof up top that opens massively. It's huge. I absolutely love that. A lot of space in the rear seats as well. This is a really nice size truck, nicely spec truck. Oh, and the color, got a lot of questions on the color. It's called Mud Bath. That's the 2025 like premier color, you know, for the TRD Pros. They always have a color. This is the color that you get for 2025. It's called Mud Bath. Toyota stamped nicely right there. If you want all the technical details and everything, make sure you hit or you watch the full review that I did. I'll go ahead and post a link in the description. Sitting over here in the 2025 Tundra TRD Pro. Now, as you could probably hear, that TRD tuned exhaust. It is piped in, but it does sound pretty nice. I'm gonna gun it. Now, as you can see, it's a little lethargic when you have it in normal mode. The transmission is, I should say. It's just slow to shift, it's slow to react altogether. Once you put it in sport mode, it maintains gears a bit better. It's all around just a lot better. Nice strong brakes. Transmission is much quicker to react. Now, this is a 6,000 pound truck, so you can only expect so much from it, but I think it sounds pretty good, rides pretty well, and the brakes are pretty nice. I actually missed my turn doing that, but that's okay. Now, in situations like this, I usually just let the cars go or let whatever car have it, because trying to steer this vehicle can be a bit much. It doesn't have four-wheel steer, which is something it is really lacking, because the only worst turning radius out of all the Tundras, I believe, is the long bed. What is he doing? I believe it's the long bed truck. Not even I believe, I know it is. This one is about 50 inches. The long bed sits at about 52 inches. And I mean, that's quite a bit. You probably will also notice that the tires break away really easily. Now, this being the TRD Pro, these vehicles are meant for more sand duning than over trailing, if that makes sense. So you want that two-wheel drive. You want the rear end to break loose when it can and kind of have that little bit of fun with it. And it absolutely will, because it's always in two-wheel drive. Now, if you want to put it in four-wheel drive, very simple to do. I love the camera pops up. You can cut that feature off, but this truck's too big. Right here, you just push down, put it in 4 high. If you plan on doing any type of acceleration, you need to go somewhere quickly, you don't want the wheels to spin, definitely put it in 4 high for that. It's typically just for straight line is what I use it for. To kind of keep the wheels from breaking away, because with these off-road tires, they absolutely will break away very easily. All right, folks, let's talk powertrain for a second here. Now, let me put this back in normal. It bucks at you when you have it in sport mode. Now, of course, this is a hybrid. You know, are you going to miss the V8? That is the #1 question. Everyone now says, oh, we're going to miss the reliability of the V8, and reliability, Toyota reliability, da-da-da-da-da. You know what? You got to give Toyota a chance. I feel like they've been doing hybrid systems for forever. We see how popular they are in the Prius. Now they do it in the Camry, the Corolla. They do it in their bread and butters. So why not give it to the Tundra? Now, I will say this is a completely different hybrid system. You don't even have an EV mode button anywhere like you do in every other vehicle. Even a Tacoma has it. So it's not meant to drive as a hybrid. It's meant to just give you kind of some assistance. Even the gas mileage, don't look at my gas mileage at 12 miles per gallon, because you know, I'm doing a lot of filming. The car sits idle a ton. But even the gas mileage is not going to be that much better, but it is a little bit better than what you would get standard in a V8. So I say give them a chance. Now I'm going to be turning right here. And this is the perfect parking lot to show you the maneuverability of this massive truck. This is the type of things that I chose to deal with driving a huge truck in the city. I'm not even going to try to get over there. I'm just going to pull into this spot. Now take a look at this camera. I got the wheel all the way there. I was trying to get that spot, but you know, it's right there in the middle. So I'm just going to back it up, straighten it out. Boom, we in that thing. The car stops on its own. I absolutely hate that. But you can, with a quick button here, cut that feature off. So you're in there. So sometimes it is a little difficult to park this car, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Driving on narrow streets, I got really used to it very quickly. But you know what? I'm going to go do what most people do in their off-road vehicles, and that is return some packages. Be right back. All right, so let's back this baby up. If somebody was next to me, this would be a much harder thing to do, but I do have somebody. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, this would be quite an experience if somebody was next to me, but as you can see, the engine immediately came on. So after living with this thing for some time, I do have some thoughts, 2 pretty big thoughts in my opinion. One is the AC. Now, it has been unusually hot in North Carolina, but I mean, you got places out there like Phoenix and, you know, Mexico and other places that this car is sold that gets much hotter, and the AC never feels up to the job. I always feel like I'm searching for the AC button to make sure it's on. I'm always touching the temperature to make sure it's at its lowest. Right now it's showing 98 degrees outside. So, I mean, that's hot, but I feel like it should be able to handle that no problem, or at least a little bit better than it does. Also, the cooled seats. So it does have cooled seats. They are a little noisy, but I don't expect a ton from a Toyota product. You know, there's no offense to Toyota, but it's not a luxury vehicle. But I expect to feel them a little bit more, and typically I feel it just more so at the top of my back, and they are pretty loud. They are pretty loud. So those are the two things that I notice. Now, a street like this, you really get used to the size of this vehicle. I have no problems maneuvering it around the car, next to a car. You really learn the size of it, and it's big, but you really can get used to it. And with the use of all the cameras, which one is going to pop up in a few seconds, with the use of all the cameras, it's not hard to park, it's not hard to get around. So if you're a city slicker and decided to get you an off-road vehicle, one, I commend you. We're brothers right there. But two, you won't have any problems getting around town in this vehicle. Your gas mileage will suffer, but you won't have any issues driving the vehicle around. Love the way this thing sounds, pumped in or not. You got that live rear axle in the back. It doesn't get too upset over bumps, expansion joints, anything. It is a little bit of a rougher ride, but that's in comparison to what, you know, it's not rough. It's not terribly rough. Turn in is great for a truck. Again, this is all relative to such a large vehicle, but man, this thing it's nice to drive. I'm gonna do a quick acceleration run while we sit here. Just if you're at a red light, light turns green and you gun it, boom, little wheel spin, short shift in second. The rest almost sounds CVT-ish. So yes, folks, this is what it's like living with Toyota. $75,000 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Now, number one question, do we feel like this car is worth right at $80,000? Honestly, I have no issues with it costing as much as it does, which is rare for me because cars are overpriced nowadays. But let's get out and take a quick look around the car. So here is the TRD Pro in all its glory. I have the parking lights on, which you can cut the fog lights on and have these accessory style lights on as well. Now this color, folks, is called Mud Bath, exclusive to the 2025 model year, and it looks really awesome. This is the TRD Pro exhaust. Take a listen. So although it's not a V8, it still kind of gives it that V8 burble. Love the rear end of it. You have these accessory lights back here as well. Power tailgate, of course, open and close. And you can also use the button on the side to close it. But that's it for me, guys. My battery just died. It's probably gonna die again. So this is the TRD Pro. Let me know in the comments, is it worth the $75K that it costs? Let's take a look at this mud bath one more time before my battery dies. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.